Over the next few videos, we're going to talk about context in React. If you have been developing applications in React for a while, you have probably come across a problem called prop drilling. So let's say we have a component tree like this. On the top, we have an object that represents the current user. Let's say in this component over here, we want to access the current user. To do this, we have to pass this object as a prop through this middle component so we can access it here. This is what we call prop drilling, because at every level, we have to drill a hole to pass a prop. Over time, as our application grows, as we have more components and more data to share, this approach becomes unmaintainable. A few years ago, before we had context, a library called Redux came to solve this problem. Now, Redux brings some additional features, but it was originally designed to solve this particular problem. So with Redux, we don't have to drill properties at every level. Instead, we have a concept called store, which is an object that stores the global state of our application. That is the data we want to share across different components. So in this component, we can store the current user in the store, and we can pull it out in this component over here. Basically, any component can get data from the store. That is the idea behind Redux. Now, Redux really requires its own course, and that's something I'm planning to do in the near future. But if you have some experience with Redux, you probably know that Redux brings a lot of complexity. So a few years later, React team introduced a new concept in React: context. With context, we can pass data down our component tree without prop drilling. So in this component, we're going to provide some context or some shared data. And in this component, we're going to consume that context. So when using this feature, we deal with providers and consumers. Over the next couple of videos, I'm going to show you how to work with providers and consumers. First, we're going to look at using context in class components, and then we're going to look at the implementation in functional components.